Hello, everyone. Nick Finzer here, the professor of jazz trombone at the University of North Texas. And in today's video, we're going to go over everything you need to know in order to apply to UNT for the fall of 2024, because right now it's the fall of 2023, and applications are open. So let's dive into the application process, and you can see exactly what you're going to need to do to apply to UNT. All right, so we're going to dive into all the materials you're going to need, the tunes and the pre-screening and all of that. So join me as we go through all of that information. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is navigate to jazz.unt.edu and go ahead and click on the apply button, and you're going to see all of the information here. You're going to go hit trombone, of course, and then you're going to see this. First things first is that we have a preliminary screening video that you're going to need to send in. What you'll see on the website is that these are due the Monday of December, the first Monday of December. Preliminary screenings are going to include the jazz repertoire requirements only, and you'll send those in as a preliminary screening, and then we'll get you scheduled for a live audition. Just so you know, all undergrads in the trombone area have to do a jazz and classical audition. For the pre-screening though, all of the stuff is just for the jazz side. So when you click on this link here, it's going to open up the requirements, classical trombone stuff, which you do need to do, which is right here. It's been like this since 2018, but for all of the undergrad and master's applicants, you can play the same repertoire for your pre-screening as you do for the live audition, or you can play different stuff, but I want you to submit all of this stuff in your pre-screening. So all of the applicants should do a Bordoni unaccompanied from number 1 through 60. Pick whichever one you feel like you sound great on. Pick one of the following bebop melodies, and you're going to play the melody, and you're also going to improvise on each tune. All right, so I've gotten questions in the past. This is a jazz program. A huge part of a jazz degree and jazz program is learning and dealing with improvisation, and that's going to be no different here at UNT. So please play the melody and improvise at least 2 choruses on each of these tunes. This Billy's Bounce, Ornithology, Anthropology, or Bebop. Then you're going to pick a medium or medium up swing tune from the American Songbook. It's totally up to you what you might want to play. Usually these tunes are 32 bars. They're either ABAC or AABA type forms. They could be, some composers are Cole Porter, Jerome Kern, Gershwin. Usually the original version might have lyrics. So we're not talking about like a jazz tune like Ciora or Donna Lee or anything that was written by an instrumentalist, but something that has that kind of American Songbook mentality. If you have any questions, you can, of course, send me an email and I'll be happy to answer that. You're going to perform one jazz ballad at a ballad tempo, quarter note equals 60 or slower. You're going to record something with a straight eighth feel. You can pick whatever you want for that. And then a jazz transcription of your choice, at least 32 bars, not to exceed 64 bars. So that's 2 choruses, or like 4 or 5 choruses of blues by one of the following soloists. And this is important. No other soloists are acceptable at this point. J.J. Johnson, Curtis Fuller, Slide Hampton, Frank Rosolino, or Carl Fontana. When you come, please bring copies for the audition panel for the live round, but obviously we don't need that for the recorded round. And then, in addition, for master's applicants, we want to hear confirmation instead of one of the other ones. You could do both if you want to submit extra credit. And then optionally, if you want to, which I would love to hear, is your original compositions if you're a person that composes, because that would be fantastic. Now, this is important. Each selection should include the melody, at least 2 choruses of improvisation, and the melody out. The ballad should not exceed 2 choruses total. All right, so this is the part why I said, like, yes, you're supposed to improvise. Like, this is the sentence that says that, but sometimes people have missed it in the past, so I want to make sure that you are aware of what's going on here. So sometimes people ask questions about what is acceptable for accompaniment. Do you have to hire a band to play with you? No, you don't have to. But for video auditions, there should be no other soloists on the recording. Recording needs to be as good as you can, but it does not have to be professional quality. I totally understand. Put your best foot forward with whatever equipment that you do have. Play-along tracks are acceptable. Metronomes are acceptable. Undergraduates, you must play a jazz and classical audition. The requirements of the classical audition are published on the College of Music website. Master's applicants do not need to play a classical audition. Now, for DMA, it's a little bit different. We have some of the same requirements here in terms of a Bordoni, a confirmation, or bebop tune, medium up, jazz ballad, 1 tune, straight eighth, an original composition. All that stuff is for the pre-screening. When we invite you to campus, then DMA applicants will have to do different material. That's only for DMA. For the other people in undergrad or master's, you can play the same materials if you wish. But for on-campus auditions, the applicant should provide a repertoire list of 10 selections covering a broad range of styles, tempos, and historical periods, i.e. bebop, hard bop, modal, modern, etc. Applicants should bring site-readable lead sheets for the rhythm section for any and all compositions. DMA applicants should bring at least one original composition with lead sheets for the panel and rhythm section. The audition will also include an interview that will address your career plans, research interests, preferred teaching assignments, and how you might approach them. So the DMA is a little bit more involved. It has some more components to it. So the big things to remember are that you need to apply to the school. So when you click apply, you have to go through to the College of Music accepted application. This is for all levels. So you're going to be here and you're going to pick your program, graduate degrees, undergraduate degrees. Then you're going to pick jazz. You're going to pick trombone. It's going to have information here, right? Preference will be given to applications received by Monday, December 4th. They are accepted on a rolling basis. However, that is a pretty hard deadline on Monday, December 4th to make sure it's in. So I have time to review your pre-screening and then get you the date that you requested for your audition. There are 3 audition dates. In the jazz trombone area, we are still accepting virtual auditions on a case-by-case basis. So if that's something that you'd like to take advantage of, let me know. You'll have to talk to me and we'll have to schedule that kind of in addition to everything else, but totally cool to do an online audition if that's you. But you do still have to do a pre-screening and move on from the pre-screening round to the second round. For fall of 2024, you should know that we are looking for a TA candidate, a TAF candidate. We call them teaching fellows and teaching assistants both at UNT, depending on your load of teaching and your background and your level and all these kind of things. But we are looking for someone, and that does come with payment for teaching and also some scholarship and things like that. So if you want to learn more about that, go down to the links below. Go ahead and send me an email and let me know that you're interested and kind of what your thoughts are about what you might be a great fit in terms of teaching for. And we'll start that conversation. That's open for master's or DMA candidates. So I look forward to hearing all of your tapes, all of your videos, and I look forward to hosting many of you on campus in January and February of 2024, and then, of course, joining us in the fall of 2024 for next year. So please get those applications in as early as you can. I know a lot of people wait until after Thanksgiving, which is totally cool, but if you apply after December 4th, it might take us a while to get back to you, and then it might take longer to get you scheduled for an audition. So definitely heed that December 4 deadline, and we'll get back to you about the pre-screens right after. So the rundown: make a pre-screening. Undergrads have to do a classical and jazz audition live, but only jazz materials on the audition. Masters and DMA don't need to do a classical audition in terms of their pre-screening or live. You need to go on accepted, you need to apply to the school, and you need to apply to the College of Music. If you have any questions, go down, click the links, go to the admissions page. They can help you. I can help you. And it's going to be great. So thanks for considering coming to join us at UNT. I look forward to connecting with all of you very soon.